Hello, everybody. Welcome to Espresso. Hi, my name is Boogie.
Boogie, do you want to tell them about your new favorite thing that you saw this morning?
Rabbit.
Bunny.
Forget about squirrel. We now have bunny.
Sister and I are now obsessed with Bunny. Wow, Boogie.
Yeah, forget about lizards.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy Continued Momentum Monday. I hope that you're staying warm wherever you are. This week's Espresso wraps up the final week of Espresso for the year, which is wild. So before we get into just more mechanics, want to share with you a couple of updates as we're heading into the final few Espresso episodes of 2024. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Melissa. And if you're here with us, go ahead and drop a good morning and tell us where you're from, because unless you drop a comment, and depending on how you're logging in, it might not even tell us who you are. So today is the Lisa and Melissa show. Okay.
Cheers to y'all on a Monday morning.
Yes. Okay. So just a couple of updates as we're heading into today. So tonight at 5 p.m., 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, you may or may not have heard that this month we've been doing a special challenge within, just with a bunch of our friends from the community. Many of you guys who are watching us live are doing it with us. It's called the Fit and Lean Challenge, where we're really testing the efficacy of this new insane peptide supplement that is really just taking over the world, to see how it is impacting our body composition and our performance. So tonight we're doing a Fit and Lean Challenge family call, just to
If Sarit, okay, we're doing a Fit and Lean Challenge family call to what?
Yeah. For to really test the efficacy and to see what results have we created for those of us who are doing it or have been doing it for the last 2 weeks, to really determine, okay, like, where are we moving on from this, and going into the final 2 weeks of the month, where do we get to go next? You know what I mean? As a group. So whether or not you're doing it, if you want to learn more or if you want to see what it's about, I'm just going to invite you to it. So Fit and Lean.
So everyone's welcome
family
to this?
call. Yeah, everyone's welcome to this, just so that you can either educate yourself, or if you're doing it, you need to be there, because we're going to be going over,
Or B square.
because we're going to be going over very important stuff. If you're not doing it, I do believe if you're interested in maybe doing it, we may or may not do this again. I don't know. But,
If Sarit does this challenge again, Sarit really ran it. I'm doing it. But if she does it again, you need to do it for the one reason. There's one reason that you must do it. Listen. What is it? The Fit or the Lean? Which one? The Fit?
oh,
The Fit drink? Is that
Fitmosa?
Is that the one that's the drink? The Fit?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so listen. Every morning I put it in a champagne glass or something to make it feel like it's fun. The shit tastes like Sunny Delight, and I drink it like it's a mimosa in the morning, just like. So you got to try it.
Yeah, this product is supposedly,
or share the link for the Lean, just so they can like freaking have their Sunny Delight.
Yeah.
Fit mosa.
Yeah. I'm gonna find a way to share it with you. But anyways, that Fit product is supposedly it increases your recovery by 40%, which for someone who is fit like me, 40% is a really big number.
Wait, I did not even know that.
And you didn't know that?
Do you know what's crazy?
Oh, you've been getting more greens? Is that what it is? Oh, shit.
Remember how it was red, yellow, 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 red, yellow, yellow. And last night I actually felt like you guys, Callie got herself drunk last night. If you don't know who Callie is, it's Boogie's sister.
Mm-hmm.
And she ate something or whatever on the ground. She got herself drunk, like paranoia. She would flinch at anything. She was freaking out. She puked. She peed in the bed while she was sleeping. Like she just didn't have control. So I did not feel like I really slept very well. I was concerned about her. I wanted to make sure she was okay, like that she's still breathing, like that she's getting better, like less flinchy, less frightened, whatever. So I really didn't feel like I slept very well. And I look at my Whoop this morning and it says 90%.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a coincidence, but we shall find out. I just started taking them a week ago.
Well,
I
got 2 greens over the last 4 days, which is, I totally didn't even think about that. That makes so much sense.
So drink your Fitmosa. That's the lesson.
If you want to check out, so Erin introduced me to the Fitmosa on Saturday morning.
Yeah, she didn't like it, and now she has to like it.
I'll tell you, I did not grow up on Sunny Delight, so it's like not my favorite flavor. And I was like, okay, well, how can I make it fun? And she's like, well, you don't know about Fitmosa? I'm like, so if you want to check out the Fit and what it's about, I dropped a link for you as well, so you can read more about it.
Jacked Mosas.
But that makes a lot of sense. But anyways, who in here is coming to the family call tonight? Go ahead and drop family. I want to see you in the chat. If you're doing the challenge, you need to be there.
Mama, I'm going to be there.
Good thing, Boogie.
I'm going to be there.
Thing.
I'm basically on every call. Just, I'm not always seen.
Good thing, Boogie. Is there anything else you want to talk about with Fitmosa?
Yeah.
What about it?
My presence.
Your presence makes the world go round, doesn't it?
Makes every video better by 10 times.
Yeah.
Look at me. I bring peace. I bring peace and serenity. Do you see me?
Do you guys want to know a fun fact?
Do you see how peaceful I am?
Boogie's birthday is on Christmas Day. Yesterday.
Any guesses on how old he's going to be? Let's see how well you've paid attention to our social medias.
Drop it in the chat.
You're going to be a big boy.
And while you're dropping in the chat, update number 2. So our intention, this is our final week, our final full week in the office for the year, because next week we are heading over to, that's right,
some family's house.
That's right.
We're heading over to see family somewhere.
Yeah. We'll share with you more on that later on.
Just watch our Instagram social media.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. But anyways, so our intention, completely forgot.
What if I boom? All right.
8, 7.
What was the question again?
No, so I was going to share. So this is our final week in the office for the year. And our intention is to help you to do 2 things. Our intention is to help you to finish off the year stronger than when you started. Go ahead and drop. If you know that your intention is to finish off 2024, regardless of what happened to you, stronger than you were physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually than you were when you started this year, then go ahead and drop stronger in the chat.
If you don't remember how you started this year, drop.
Then
I'll do better.
And to help you do better going into 2025 and to help you to finish off the year strong, one of the things that we say is that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So to help you with all of that, we are hosting a interactive workshop on Wednesday evening at 5 p.m. CST. That is 6 p.m. Eastern time. And to help support you with the most confident 2025 3 steps to confidence. Join us for the interactive workshop that we're doing on Wednesday. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be super interactive. It's not like workshop where you come and you learn things and then it's like goodbye. No, like I'm literally going to take you guys through multiple experiences. We're going to have multiple speakers come. It's going to be fun. The intention is to create community and engagement before we all head to the holidays, and to, most importantly, set you up with a strong foundation and a strong plan going into 2025. Because if you're setting your 2025 goals on January 1st, my friend,
You're late.
you're too late. That's just the reality of it, right? So to join us for this live interactive experience, simply hit the link under 3 Steps to Confidence, where we will teach you the 3 steps to help you to really activate the most confident version of yourself going into 2025. And that being said, Callie?
I have another dog.
Mm-hmm.
You guys send her some love. She's a Hoover. She eats everything. And yesterday she ate something and we weren't paying attention. That's our fault. But she got herself all kind of drunk.
Yeah. We had a pretty scary night last night.
But I'm feeling better
But now you're good, huh? And now you're poncho.
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
Good
thanks.
thing. Good thing.
Yep. But I heard Mama told you that I peed myself. How embarrassing.
Oh, where did you pee yourself? You want to talk about it too?
In bed.
Yeah, where?
By Mama's head. Right in between Mama's head. Yep.
Lucky we love you.
Just sleep peeing. Sleep peeing.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready to head into today's content?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about family and fitness. Do you have the topic?
So, question for you guys. Who in here
How
is
to incorporate wellness into holiday gatherings?
So I'm curious, who in here is lone wolfing in their family their way to fitness? And what do I mean by lone wolfing their way
Doing
to
it
fitness?
by yourself.
What I mean by that is doing it by yourself. Like no one else in your family is engaged in a healthier or a fit lifestyle. If this is you, go ahead and drop lone wolf. If everyone else in your family is also engaged in fitness in some way, shape, or form, then go ahead and drop together. I just want to see where you guys are at so that we can really cater the conversation based on where you're currently at. So either together or lone wolf. Lone wolf is if you're the only one basically going solo in this journey. Together means everyone in your family is on this journey with you. Where are you at?
Together. We all go for walks together.
Okay. So I'm seeing a mix, lone wolf and together. So for those of you guys who said lone wolf, I'd love to know from you, because I want to cater this based on what you're sharing. What are some of the challenges that you're noticing yourself running into when you're going through this journey by yourself? And for those of you who are doing, who have your family members engage in it with you, what are some of the challenges that you find yourself running into when perhaps the presence of either the person or the people in your household are not there? Because the reality is that there is challenges in both elements. They just look a little bit different. Okay. So what's that for you? We've been on both sides of the curve. Yeah.
100%.
Okay. So take yourself back to when you were going through this journey on your own. Was it when you were still living with your parents?
Yeah. So there's 3 different versions. Like I've been in every aspect. I've been by myself, with myself, like meaning I lived, well, I guess not. Like I lived with my parents, but like I wasn't in a like romantic relationship with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I was by myself, and then I was with somebody and still working out by myself, and then I was with somebody and working out with them. So the most challenging is like being in a relationship and being the only one that's on this journey, because it's like opposing forces. It's like typically if somebody isn't health conscious, health minded, their habits are not aligned with a healthy lifestyle. Like they don't really work out or move their body at all. They don't really care about what they eat. They'll order Panda Express, for lunch, and like pizza for dinner. Like just no concern at all. It's opposing forces, black and white. It's like it completely challenges everything that you're trying to do, and it is 100% in your environment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you live alone and you're the only one working out, great. There's nobody else there to bring food in the house, to be in your environment that you don't allow into your environment. If you have a significant other, then yes, you did allow them there anyway, so it's still a choice. But when you've made a commitment to somebody and you're in that relationship, mine was Troy.
Mm-hmm.
He was active, like we would, like ultimate frisbee and things like that. But he didn't really work out, lift, eat healthy until he met me.
Mm-hmm.
But it was challenging because it was the conversation of like, I would work all day and then I would want to work out afterwards. And then I would have like hang out with him. But he was like, it was like basically your working out is more important than me. And I was like, no, me being my best self is the most important thing for anybody. Like our perspectives were totally different. And that is a really hard mountain to climb,
mm-hmm.
because you can't choose the way somebody perceives the situation. You can have conversations with them about it, but if they're not on board, it gets really tricky, especially if somebody's playing the, oh, your workouts are more important than me card, is ridiculous. And that's just a battle that like is useless being in. So unless they're open, unless they're open to seeing it another way,
mm-hmm.
And supportive, and truly supportive is like, yes, I know you got to do your thing. Hey, did you do your workout? Hey, instead of asking for, do you want to do pizza night on Friday? Like, hey, can I make a healthy meal? What would that look like? Which Troy did also do that.
Mm-hmm.
But he would always say, what are you allowed to eat? I'm like, I hate that question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allowed to eat whatever I want because I'm an adult.
Yeah.
But anyways, so, and then ever since then, I've never been in a relationship where the other person was not health-minded, health conscious, fitness focused, or at least that wasn't like a big part of their life.
Yeah.
Then it's way easier because you don't have to explain yourself.
Yeah.
Like why you want to work out.
Yeah.
They just get it. Why you want to eat healthy. They just get it. When you choose a restaurant, it's not a battle between Chick-fil-A and like a place where you can get a healthy lean protein and then some greens. It's like you both want to choose the
mm-hmm.
same type of thing, and it just makes it a lot more seamless.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have been in a situation like that before too. So here's just a little bit of coaching for those of you who are going through this journey, kind of like lone wolfing in your household. And I'd love to know, actually, if you dropped lone wolf, like how many people live in the same house as you? Because that will be really supportive, as I'm sharing with you the message that I'm sharing with you. So the reality is that if you are on this journey by yourself and there's other people in your house who are not in this journey, there will be more, you will go through more challenges in terms of limiting or eliminating points of resistance. Let's say if, pizza is your favorite food, you are more likely to have pizza in your surrounding, even if you meal prepped for the entire week, because chances are that maybe someone else in your household is bringing foods that are not in alignment, or maybe they want to stay up later on a Friday night to hang out because they don't really care to wake up at a certain time on a Saturday morning so that they can get in the workout at a certain time so that they can, basically do whatever they want to do, or stuff like that. But the reality is that it's not impossible. So it is going to take a lot of intentionality.
It really requires you to have them be on the same page as you.
Mm-hmm. And also grace and finesse. Because I know a lot of times people can run into the conversation of, because I'm taking care of myself, I'm better than you. Now, one thing that I can tell you for sure,
I think it usually goes the other way. Like people are
Really?
like, oh, because you want to work out and eat healthy, like you think you're better.
maybe.
It could be a point of tension, because what does somebody want to do who doesn't feel good about themselves? The most natural response
Bring others down.
is to bring other people down to where they're at,
Mm-hmm.
so that they feel better or not alone or whatever it is they're looking for. Typically, this is all subconscious. So it's not like they're consciously like, let me make them feel bad about themselves. Like typically that they're not sitting there like scheming about how I can make somebody feel bad. It's usually just like a subconscious behavior or reaction that's like, I feel uncomfortable with how you're showing up so powerfully and like doing great things for yourself, and I haven't had the courage to do it. Or like deep down I want to do it, but I haven't made the commitment, I haven't had the discipline, I haven't really gave an effort. And it kind of feel bad because it's like you want to do, because you're conflicted inside and you're not aligned with yourself. You're like, I want to do this thing, but I'm not doing this thing. So it's easy to be like, oh, what? Like you're too good for, like if you don't want to go out to happy hour, oh, you're too good for us now because you like work out and stuff. Oh, because you're getting fit and like you know what I mean? Like that's a very standard type of conversation.
Yeah. My mother and mother-in-law do not understand. Okay, so I want to talk about that real quick. Do not expect other people in your life to understand you. And just because they don't understand you doesn't make them bad people. So I'll tell you, if I was to go back to when I really up-leveled my commitment in this journey, I can sometimes be pretty harsh on people. And in my just, personal development and leadership, I have learned to embrace vulnerability and become softer. Yes, I have. Now, my encouragement to you, if you know that you're the only one in this, and maybe you're even, facing a little bit of resistance or, kind of like down talking or whatever it may be, is play your own game. Focus on being inspiring and let your inspiration speak for itself. Now, when you commit to yourself, you're committed to being a leader. That's just the reality of it. Act as a leader. Don't act like everyone else around you, because that will actually only intensify the resistance and the friction. Because the story that people create when they're feeling intimidated, see, this is why I don't want to do X, Y, and Z, because now you're different. Now you've changed. The reality is that we all change all the time. I'm not the same person that I was a year ago. I'm not the same person that I was 2 years ago. You better believe I was not the same person that I was 10 years ago. And neither is Erin, and neither are you. So I think one of the most, I don't want to say nonsense, but one of the just most unrealistic things is for people to expect that other people are not going to change. Just because something has been familiar doesn't mean that it, gets to always be that way. You know what I mean? Like I used to live in really hot places until I
She
got
moved
sick
to
and tired of it.
Tennessee.
Yeah, until I chose to actually move away from the beach, move away from hot places, because no longer I am the same person physically and internally. I'm just not. Right. So,
But she still likes the beach.
yeah, of course, because I like being dark. You know what I mean? But the reality is that we're all always changing. So a lot of times when we are changing, we want others to change with us because we know the benefits of it. But just because someone is not ready yet, use your inspiration to maybe, like, bring up the conversation of, hey, want to join me, want to do this workout with me, right? And we'll get to the mechanics of that in just a little bit. But there's no need to be so up in the face about it all the time. And the same thing goes for them. So I share this with you because maybe you have been patient and maybe you've been waiting for, someone in your life who's a loved one to be ready. Yes, utilize their resistance as a form of inspiration to continue to up-level yourself, because everyone is attracted to seeing the before and after. But not everyone is attracted to saying no to pizza on a Thursday night.
Or waking up at 5 a.m. when the alarm goes off.
Or
sweating and breathing really hard and feeling like you're going to die.
Yeah, and most people think they have this expectation because this is what diet culture taught us, right? It's the diet mentality of go from 0 to 100. So it's like, if you want to get in better shape, if you want to become a better version of yourself, go from 0 to no fun. Go from eating all the chocolates, all the cookies, all the alcohol inside to, okay, one day I made a decision, I'm tossing it all out. No, it doesn't work that way. At least not the way that we teach it, because that is not sustainable. Okay, so my point for sharing this with you is have patience, be inspired through the challenges, and be inspiring, because the only think about yourself and the decision that you made when you made your life commitment to take better care of yourself and to get in better shape and to be the healthiest and best version of yourself. You were inspired by something. So it takes inspiration in order to want to level up. So be inspiring. Don't be like over the top about it, because that will create more of the resistance. You were going to say something.
No, I just went like deep into a thought rabbit hole because I was thinking about how you're talking about going from 0 to 100. Like, listen, you guys, I don't eat 100% perfect. I like to have drinks. I don't eat
100% perfect either.
Okay, but we took a poll like a couple weeks ago of who eats cleaner, and everybody said you, which is accurate. Okay, because here's the deal.
Wait,
in the everything pantry we have here in our Airbnb, because we don't have any other closets. But anyways, I've got like plantain chips in there that are like seasoned, blah blah blah, and I'll eat them like with cottage cheese. Yesterday I had 2 glasses of champagne. I had a mimosa with like no juice, but I did have an orange slice that came with my omelet, so I totally squeezed that in there, and now it's a mimosa. But like even this month, Sarit was asking me like, what adjustments do you want to make? I was like, I want to give myself X number of drink tokens. Like, I gave myself drink tokens this week. And there was a holiday party, and I ended up having 2 cookies, which is not the typical choice I would make because usually they're not really worth it. But I gave away 2 of my drink tokens for the week in exchange for those cookies. So it's like, it's not even about you have to go from 0 to 100. It's like, live your life and have fun, but know where you're at, right? Mm-hmm. If you're just like aimlessly eating stuff and drinking things and you don't even know, like if you're having drinks and you don't even know how many you've had, or you don't know how many cookies you ate, or you don't know how many bites of dessert you had, or you don't you're mindlessly going through it. So at least be mindful so you're aware of what you're doing, and simply that awareness will probably scale back the amount that you have.
Yeah, the problem is that people go from consistently having zero accountability to being inconsistent with accountability, and that's why they fall off.
Yeah, for example, MyFitnessPal.
Yeah.
Accountability, right? I'm logging it. I see it. Oh my gosh, I burned this many calories. Oh my gosh, I ate this many calories. I'm going to lose weight. It's accountability. You can see it. It's clear. And then when you stop logging, something crazy happens and a monster takes over our minds and we just start eating everything.
Yeah. So the truth is that we need accountability, and that's why many of you guys who are here with us today, you are part of the $1 Million Body Society. Why? Because you have your customized lifestyle plan with daily accountability, right? On an individual basis, on a group basis. Why? Because consistency is key. Now, most people are consistently inconsistent when it comes to accountability. And because of that, they're consistently inconsistent when it comes to other things. And then they wonder why their weight fluctuates, why things are inconsistent for them, and why it's hard. Because the longer we do something, the easier it is. That's just the reality of it, right? To a point where it's like when you have done repeatedly the same thing for literally months and years, now the harder thing to do is to actually stop doing that thing. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I was in a leadership intensive last week, and there were 2 days where I didn't do like the normal mindset stuff that I do in the morning, which to me, it helps. It is so essential for me to feel grounded. And what did I say? Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You feel ungrounded?
Yeah, I didn't feel grounded because for me, not.
Would you like some chapstick?
Can I please?
Yeah.
So for me, not doing it is actually more difficult because I've done it for such a long time that it helps me to feel grounded. So that goes with regards to my mindset rituals, that goes with regards to my workouts, that goes with regards to my meal prep, that goes with regards to my eating. Either way, we're going to eat. So the question is, would you rather eat foods that are better for you, or would you rather eat foods that are shittier for you? Because it's not about eating less. It's eating. It's just what choices are we making around eating. So that being said,
I drink coffee to feel grounded.
Me too.
Try to get me to stop drinking coffee.
I won't.
I won't dare.
I won't.
I wouldn't dare.
Life is just better with coffee. I was having a conversation with a friend who was like big into coffee the other day, and there were a couple of months in 2024 where she chose to actually no longer have coffee, which I found it to be the strangest thing because like coffee is her thing. And when we were having a conversation the other day, I asked her, I'm like, are you still not drinking coffee? She's like, no, I'm back to it. It's just when you're a coffee drinker, you know that like half the thing about coffee, like for me, is it's not even the caffeine. Like I could wake up and be totally fine. It's the experience.
Yeah. I remember somebody having a conversation with us before. It's like, if you feel like you need something, it's an addiction. It's like, well,
fine, call me an addict.
Yeah, I'm like, hello. Okay, I'm a fitness addict. I'm a coffee addict.
I'm an air addict.
Yeah, I know. I'm a sleep addict. I could think of a lot things that are a lot worse than coffee and fitness.
Listen, the reality is we are all addicted to something. The question is, what are you addicted to? Are you addicted to something that's going to help you to create a better future, a bigger future, a brighter future? Or are you addicted to something that is going to take away life from your years and years from your life? No matter what we're
addicted to. All the things you do. You're gone in between the shit, all the songs you make. Okay, that song is dirtier than I thought it was when I started singing it. Now I realize I'm today years old when I'm like, that's a dirty song. I'm so addicted.
Okay, so involve. So now that we've gone like the big conversation, and let's talk about the mechanics. Okay, So now we're heading into the
Mechanics.
holidays.
Step 1, grab mug handle. Step 2, make sure the coffee is mixed with the stevia and the milk. Step 3, bottoms up.
So let's
That's all you need to know. Episode over. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so let's get into the mechanics. So now that we are clear on, okay, big picture, not everyone is going to be on the same page as where you're at, and be inspiring in order to inspire positive change in others. Let's say they are ready to make a change, and of course, many of you guys could be traveling, or maybe you have family members traveling. I'd love to know, what are your guys' plans for Christmas? Are you staying home, or do you have family coming over?
Are you celebrating Hanukkah?
What could be potential ways you would involve loved ones and family members who are open?
Great. I love this question, because I was also going to say to the be inspiring thing, people, especially when, like, this thing about fitness, working out, eating healthy is usually a touchier subject because people are insecure about the way they look, feel about themselves. So it gets like people get insecure and a little touchy feely about it. So, to be inspiring is not to tell somebody what to do, is not to, poke at them in the ways they're like not being healthy or whatever, but it is to be the example and send the invitations, because it gets to be their idea to come on board. They are, what is the quote? A man forced against his will remain of the same opinion still.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
A man forced against his will remain of the same opinion still. AKA, if you try to tell somebody they have to do something, they will become even harder in their stance of not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So, how would we do this? Is your question.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on who it is too. Like if it's
Sure.
kids, it's going to be different. If it's very little kids, it's also going to be different than if it's teenage kids, than if it's adult kids, than if it's your parents. Then, it could
Let's
be
just go popcorn.
It could be as simple as being like, hey, you guys want to go for a walk on Christmas morning after we open our gifts? Like, do you want to go, go for a walk, get some fresh air, be active, have a conversation without your technology. It could be as simple as that.
Yeah, it will involve always, regardless of the mechanic, like beginning with a question, and make it fun. Depending on the person and where they're at, I would also encourage to say, make it less intense. For example, if someone hasn't, you haven't seen them in a while and you really have zero clue as to where they're at with their fitness, maybe asking them if they want to go for a walk would be a better idea than saying, hey, want to do a burn zone with me tomorrow? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What is a burn zone, right? And then you're like, you tell them what a burn zone is. No, I think I'll probably sleep in. You go ahead and do it.
You know what you could do too is like, okay, let's say it's a burn zone and it's your friend, mm-hmm. right? You could be like, okay, listen, I'm gonna do this workout because I committed to myself, but you're in the same house, right? Like you can sit on the couch and watch it like it's an episode of Friends, okay? I'm just gonna do the workout and then after that, whatever. And then like in the middle of the workout, like, are you sure you don't want to just come like do some stuff?
Yeah.
Like the dance parties that are in the burn zone, I'd be like, come on, at least do the dance party.
Right.
Come on, at least do the dance party. Like make it fun. Mm-hmm. And then inch by inch, she'll be doing them predator jacks.
Yeah. Yeah, before you know it. If you have not yet done a burn zone before, go ahead and drop I don't know. You're like, I don't.
That's Ethan Berry.
Oh, could be. In the case that you don't know what it is, we'll tell you what it is. By the way, it's good to see a lot of familiar faces that we haven't seen in a while. Lori, Jessica, Lisa, Melissa. Today is the day of the Melissas. But yeah, good to see you guys. So that could be with regards to that. Something that, okay, one of my one-on-one clients told me that this weekend, one of, a potential challenges that she has is her kids are hosting a cookie baking party.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the way that I see it
Do you know what one of the cookies I had? I want to tell you real quick. The way you see it is, we're going to say in just a second. I had a white chocolate chip snickerdoodle cookie.
And that's why you chose the token?
Not white chocolate macadamia nut standard, not snickerdoodle standard. They had a baby. And I ate it. I ate the baby.
Was it so good?
I ate the baby cookie. And it was like this big. Not even a big cookie. But well worth it. Okay. The way you see it is.
Side note, yesterday we went to Trader Joe's. And Trader Joe's, it's every time I see it, I'm like, this is so funny. And I'm like, you totally know who your audience is. The tiniest chocolate chip cookies. They're like this small. So every time I see it, I'm like, babe, so if it's the tiniest cookie, it doesn't count, right?
It's so small it could be freaking Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, and that's how they get health conscious women for sure. Because it's tiny, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
But
did you ever see the video of the guy who had the food scale out and he put like one chip on it?
No.
And he said, settle. And then he put another chip on it. Settle.
Oh, like zero?
Zero.
Oh my God.
But he was Hispanic, so settle.
Yeah, that's how they'll get you.
So good.
But anyways, tiniest cookie bites are still cookies. Okay, I don't care how small it is. But kids love to be involved in things where their senses are involved.
Oh,
one of the things that makes cooking a great
touch, feel, smell.
A great thing to actually
taste.
Involve, especially young kids in. And for those of you who are like, oh, it would be great to have more help around the home, literally ask your kids for support when it comes to holiday cooking. Don't just do it by yourself.
Start
because number one, they want to get just their senses all up in it, right? With cooking, it's like you're touching, you're smelling, you're hearing, you're seeing it, and you're tasting. It literally involves all the senses.
Think about it as a family activity and also start 1 hour earlier than you would.
Yeah. And make it fun. Make the intention to make it fun, not to finish as quickly as possible. Because also when you're getting the help of other people, it will overall take you less time. Granted, it could take up more clean time. And you can also really instill in your family members other really vital habits that will help them to level up their discipline that are basically transferred from the kitchen. For example, when cooking, cleaning up. So that is a discipline practice. Kids could be all about, oh my God, yeah, I'm all about cooking, but I don't like cleaning. But yes, if you discipline them that you get to cook only if you get to go through all the parts. Cleaning is a part of the cooking. It's just like when you go to the gym, putting the weights back is a part of the workout routine. It totally is.
And if you work really hard, it definitely feels like it's part of the routine.
Yeah. So it is a part of it. It might not be on the set or, on the recipe, but it is a part of the main thing. So get them involved in everything start to finish, and you'll actually help them to instill better habits from the get-go. And when things are being made fun, this is how so many of you guys got hooked into fitness, because you went from not working out at all to doing the burn zone workouts. And you're like, man, it is so fun. It is so interactive. It is so engaging that all of a sudden you became consistent with your workouts. When something is fun, we want to do more of it. Yes?
Yes.
Say yes if you like things to be fun.
Yes.
And when something is less fun and just seems like a constant challenge, we think of it as a painful, dreadful experience, we might be a lot less likely to either start it or follow through with it to begin with. So if we instill those habits along with fun from the start, we're number one going to get a more disciplined family, which is a plus. You're going to get more support, so you don't have to do everything by yourself, the cooking by yourself, the cleaning by yourself, the blah, 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 blah by yourself. And you're also going to start instilling healthier habits, which I believe as like all of those together have a massive compound effects. And also something to talk about, because the more experiences you go through one another, the more fun it is. Like, you know, a conversation that I hear that is very common, and I heard it last week, is surface level conversations on the dinner table. Normally, when there is surface level conversations, it is either because there is a huge disconnect or because there haven't been common experiences shared together.
You know what David used to say to me?
What?
He's like, he worked out, but he didn't really do CrossFit very much. He would do like a class here and there. He'd be like, all you guys talk about is the workout you just did, and like the next workout that's coming up, and like the workout and the workout and the reps and this and how many reps you did. And I'm like, yeah, it's so much fun.
Well, didn't he do the same thing about the football games the day after?
No, he just wouldn't talk. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's so much fun. You want to know, it's like you have a commonality, you know, so you talk about it, of course.
Yeah. So common experiences bring together a conversation. So, you know, the more you make it fun, the more you create an experience out of it, the less painful you make it. Also, the more conversations you're going to bring around and the more memories you're going to have, which will also create potential opportunities for continued experiences along the same line. Yeah. So that being said, getting family involved in a healthier routine might not be easy, but it is simple. And the difference really lies in your intention and who are you being for them. So again, my encouragement is be inspiring. Being inspiring looks like walk the walk and talk the talk. Because if you're wishy-washy about, oh yeah, I'm getting in great shape, but then it's like you're not consistent, then they're not going to trust you. So they won't want to look up to you. I'm just being blunt about it, right? So be inspiring, walk the walk and talk the talk. That's number one. Number two is make it fun. A great way to make things fun and lowering the pain threshold, especially when there is resistance, is creating an experience around something. So like I said, like having a cooking party. Oh my God, we're going to party about cutting zucchinis? Yes, we are. Like, when I get kids to be involved in anything, turn anything into a party. And instill better habits from the beginning. Okay, be the leader of your life. And rinse, repeat. And also know that if there is resistance, it's not personal. It has nothing to do with you. They're just not there yet. So continue to be inspiring, create experiences, and, you know, like break the ice as often as possible. Anything else you want to add?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, you guys. So that being said, remember, tonight we have the Fit and Lean family call.
What time?
5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're in MST, PST, do the math. And on Wednesday, we have our live interactive experience to help you to finish off the year strong and start 2025 at the strongest way yet. Okay, we're going to go over the 3 steps to creating the most confidence in 2025. You want to set yourself up for a strong year right now, not wait till January 1st. So we're going to help you with that. Again, both registration links are at the top of this video, so just go ahead and check it out so that you can reserve your seat. That event is going to take place at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday, okay? On Thursday, we have our final espresso for 2024, and then we're out for the year, and we will see you guys next year. Cool? That being said, MDBS peeps, we will see you guys in just a couple of minutes. And for the rest of you guys, we will see you on one of the other calls this week. Sending you so much love, and I hope you have a beautiful day.
Bye.
Bye.